Hi, I'm Nicole, the host of The Break for Moms, and I'm so excited that you're here joining me for my first official live broadcast. So I'm going to wait just 1 second to make sure that everybody catches the live broadcast. And I've got my cell phone here with me to make sure that my friends and family can kind of notify me. I'm seeing blank screen. It says your fans have been notified. Please continue broadcasting this amazing show. So I'll wait. Oh, I see 3 viewers. Hi, I'm Nicole, the host of The Break for Moms, and I'm so sorry for the technical issues today. That's a part of live streaming, is you never know what's going to happen. So I'm so glad that you're joining me. Oh, I've got 4 viewers. Hi, I'm Nicole, the host of The Break for Moms, and I've got a great show planned for you today. My apologies. I had a little bit of a mishap. I was trying to get some other fancy things going with this first show, but for some reason, my computer just didn't want to do what I wanted it to do, but that's okay. I've got 7 viewers already. Great. Hi, welcome. I'm Nicole, the host of The Break for Moms, and if you could give me a quick thumbs up, you should see, I think on your left side of the screen is a thumbs up icon, and if you hit that, I know you can hear me and you can see me okay, and it's a great way to give me some instant feedback. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the show and give you an overview of today's first show. If you're joining me live, you are a part of history in the making. The Break for Moms is the first official 2-way live streaming show anywhere in the world. So if you are joining me, you are a part of this history making event. So thank you so much. I couldn't do this without all of you. So just to give you a little bit of information about the show, I'm going to give you the who, what, where, when, and why. Who is this show for? It's for anyone that is a caretaker to children. You might be a mom, you might be a grandparent, a teacher, a social worker, an adoptive parent, or even a dad. I know the show says The Break for Moms, but of course, dads, there is definitely going to be information on the show that will be pertinent to you and your life with raising children. So whoever you are, whether you're one of those or another type of caregiver, maybe a nanny, a babysitter, I could go on and on. Anyone that cares for young children, a daycare worker, this show is for you. So thank you so much. I've got 10 viewers so far and 2 thumbs up. Thank you so much. The first thing I want to tell you before I continue on with the show is make sure you click the red heart on the left side of your screen, I believe, and that will allow you to follow me, and I will send you 100 Bitcoins so that you can call into the show. Or if you want, you can call into any other show as my way of saying thanks to you for supporting this show and for viewing today. So I've told you who the show is for. Now I want to tell you what you're going to see on this show. You are going to get very important tips from myself and other experts that work with children, from pediatricians to teachers to healthcare workers. The list goes on. And I will give you some insight into who I will have on the show as the weeks go on. But for today, I'm going to be the one sharing some tips with you. I'm going to start with some information on statistics for moms and caregivers of young children. So that's going to come up in a minute, so you don't want to miss that. And then we're going to talk a little bit about back to school and schedules and routines for babies all the way up through high school and even college students. Routines are so important, and I've got some really interesting information that I want to share with you. And it's from a book that I really love using at home as a resource, and it's from the old show, if you remember this, Nanny 911. It was a reality show that used to be on TV, and the nannies would go into the homes and transform the way that the parents worked with their children. So there are some great tips in that book. I'll show you that in a minute. So the show is for different caregivers of children, ages roughly 0 to 18, as well as for anyone else that works with children. And the who of the show and the what of the show is you're going to learn about resources, tips. I'm going to hold some prizes and giveaways that I am going to start today, actually, and I'll show you before I continue on, before I forget. I have this awesome t-shirt, if you can see it. The name of the show is The Break for Moms. If you're just tuning in, we've got 19 viewers. Hi, I'm Nicole, the host of The Break for Moms, and I'm showing an official t-shirt from the show. And I would like to give one of these to one lucky caller today. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about calling into the show later. But for now, I want you to know that if you're interested in winning one of these t-shirts, I've got them here and I want to send one out to a caller today. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how you can enter to win one of those t-shirts in a minute. So why am I doing this show? I'm doing this show because I feel that moms need to connect with other moms. And in our society today, people are very busy. They don't have time to connect, or they're busy at work. They can't connect even though they want to, or maybe they're at home, but they don't have the means to connect. Maybe you don't have transportation, or maybe you're just feeling kind of depressed and you have a hard time getting out of the house. Maybe you've moved to a new area and you don't know any moms, or maybe all of your friends and family members are not moms. So you just don't have anyone that you can connect with on that level. So this show is to provide a means, a digital network for moms to get together and meet and call into the show and talk and gain advice, resources, and support. I want to empower all of you to make you feel like you can do this, because motherhood is a challenge. It's hard. Every day is an up and down roller coaster. I have moments where I feel like I've got this and other moments where I feel like I need help. So you shouldn't do this alone. My motto for the show is that every mom needs a break. So this show is kind of a break from your daily routine. If you've got little ones at home, you can put them in their playpen or give them some crayons and paper and they can color next to you while you're watching this show. This is a clean, wholesome show. Occasionally there might be a little bit of potty talk, and I mean that literally. But other than that, this is a very wholesome G-rated show. I actually bought a sign from Hobby Lobby that says G-rated, and I'm going to put that in the background. So I want you to know that this is a show that's safe for you to watch with your kids. If your kids are older and they're at school, great. Use this time. If you're at home, if you're a stay-at-home or a work-at-home mom, take a break from your routine and come on every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time and watch the show. It's going to be a great show that you're not going to be sorry that you took the time to watch. So it's important that you take time out from your daily routine as a mom to cater to your own needs. That's really important. It's hard to do. It's hard for me to do. So I'm hoping that this show will give me kind of an hour to myself to just kind of breathe. And of course, I'm hosting the show, but it's still a chance for me to kind of think about what my mission is as a mom. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. What is your mission? What do you want to accomplish? And what do you want that to look like in your household with your children? If you're just joining me, hi, I've got 25 viewers now. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Nicole. I'm the host of The Break for Moms, and this is my first official full live broadcast. I had some technical issues at the beginning, so if you were waiting around at 1 o'clock, I'm so sorry. It took me about 10 minutes to figure out what was going on. I don't know if it was just a little glitch with the internet or with my own computer, but we're live and running now, so thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me okay. That gives me instant feedback, although I can't see everyone right now. The thumbs up is a great way to give me that instant feedback. If I'm talking about a topic that you really, really like, go ahead and click a thumbs up, and that will give me instant feedback as well on topics of interest, because I'm still learning and trying to figure out what is of most interest to other moms. Of course, I'm a mom. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my mom's story in a minute, but just to tell you briefly, I have 3 children of my own, a 5-year-old and almost 3-year-old as of this Thursday, and a 1-year-old. So I know what it's like to be busy juggling multiple schedules and just trying to run a household with 3 little ones. It's hard. If you're a mom of older children, then it's a different ballgame for you, but you're still working to juggle multiple schedules and meet the needs of different age children. And it's a struggle for all of us. So we all have that in common. If you're a mentor mom, an older mom, maybe you have college students or beyond, and you feel like you could call into the show and give me some great tips or resources to help me in my life as a mom, as well as our viewers, I would love to hear from you as well. So don't think that this show is just for moms with young kids. It's not. It's for everyone, all moms. You can nod your head yes, whether you've experienced the things that I'm talking about already, or you can relate because maybe things I'm talking about are things that you will relate with down the road that you want to prepare for. My oldest just started kindergarten, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But I want to share some statistics with you on more about the why of this show and why I felt the need to create a show for moms. And I'm actually going to refer to my paper here because I don't want to tell you anything wrong with these statistics. So the statistics that I research are from the Center for Disease Control, as well as the American, the American, don't want to say it wrong, the American Psychological Association. Wanted to make sure I didn't say society. It's the American Psychological Association. So the Center for Disease Control and the American Psychological Association. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. Those are the two reputable sources that I am going to share statistics from right now. So starting with postpartum depression, you hear a lot about this topic in the news. So I figured this one would be a good one to start with. So according to the Center for Disease Control, and this is just statistics from the United States, mind you, about 1 in 8 women experience postpartum depression. And that's within the first few months. Some women experience it later on, up to a year or even beyond. So it's not just recent postpartum women in that 6-week period after delivery. It can span up to a year. It can span beyond a year. So that was a 2010 statistic for the United States. I found another statistic from the American Psychological Association from 2016. So this one's more recent. And that statistic said that 1 in 7 women in the United States experience postpartum depression. So why? Part of it is hormonal. Part of it is being lonely as well, I believe. And I think that some of my other statistics will show you how having that sense of community and support and having emotional support is really, really important for your physical and emotional health. So those are just a couple statistics, but I want to tell you a little bit more about anxiety and depression. I have struggled with anxiety for quite some time before I ever had kids, but of course it was more intense after I had my first son back in 2011. So I experienced some postpartum anxiety, and I think part of it was a combination of hormones and also just feeling nervous as a new parent. If you're a new parent out there and you've just had a baby, or maybe you're an expecting parent, you probably have some anxiety about what to do. You want to do everything right. How often do I feed my child? What do I feed them? Whether I'm nursing or I'm giving them formula. If you're trying to nurse, trying to figure out how to nurse. Some people start nursing and it doesn't work out for a variety of reasons. So that can cause anxiety or depression. How often to change your baby's diaper? Maybe you're learning how to change a diaper. Maybe you've gotten past the diaper part, but you're trying to figure out your routine with an older child, giving them solid foods. When you send them to school, my son, I told you earlier in the program, is in kindergarten. So I'm worrying now about whether or not he's eating his lunch at school. So I'm talking with his teacher and his assistant teacher to make sure he's eating his lunch. There's always things to worry about. And no matter what stage you're in, there's always a first for everything. So I think that, anxiety can be ongoing for moms. So I want to share with you some more statistics about stress and motherhood, because as mothers, sometimes we get stressed, or caretakers as well. If you're not a mother, but you're a caretaker of children, it's stressful. It's hard. You want to do your best, but kids don't come with a manual. I'm a woman of faith, so I do rely on the Bible and prayer to help me, but not everyone does that, and that's okay. But you need to have support. You need to have sources, and you need to have friends to lean on, because you can't do this alone. And that's my goal of the show, to let you know that you're not alone. So here's some more statistics on stress. We know that stress is unavoidable, whether you're a parent or not. Stress is a part of everything. It's a part of work. It's a part of taking care of a home, renting, whatever the case may be. Just your daily routine involves stress, but it doesn't have to. Emotional support plays a very, very key role in your health and how you handle stress. So it doesn't have to be an end-all be-all. So in 2015, a survey was done by the American Psychological Association dealing with stress. And it said that the average stress level for those with emotional support was 5 out of a scale of 0 to 10, compared to 6.3 for those without such support. So what does that statistic say without getting too technical here? Those without support have a higher stress level than those that have support. And I'm going to just give you one more quick little fact. I don't want to bore anyone here with facts, but it's important that you know that I'm not just telling you to watch this show because I want you to watch me. I want you to watch the show because I think it's going to be important for your health and your overall well-being. So I gave you that study in 2015 about stress. I also want to give you another study. This one's a little bit older, 2010, but it had some interesting information about women and mothers. It said women are more likely to report physical and emotional symptoms of stress than men. Interesting, such as having a headache, 41% versus 30% men. Having felt like they could cry, oh my goodness. If you're a mother or caregiver of young children and you've ever felt like you could cry, give me a thumbs up. Not that I want you to be happy about that, but so I know that I'm not alone here, because I do still have those days where I just kind of want to crawl in a corner, go in my closet or go in my bathroom and shut the door and cry, because it's hard. It's hard. It's stressful. So women, according to the statistic, have those moments more than men, or even have upset stomachs or indigestion. The statistics say 32% women versus 21% men. Interesting. So that, of course, includes mothers. And 80% of family healthcare decisions are made by women, according to this same study. So that's interesting. Not to say that all women, of course, make the healthcare decisions. There are 20% of men in the US that make those healthcare decisions. So thank you for taking some of the workload off of women. I hear someone knocking at my door right now, but I'm not going to answer because I'm live. So if you hear my microphone picking up a little bit of a knocking, someone is knocking at my door. So you know that this is live and this is reality TV. Sometimes when we do things, people knock at our door. So that's a little bit about the why of the show. Why? Because women and mothers and caretakers of young children experience stress, and they have issues with depression and anxiety. Sorry, now someone is ringing the doorbell. I'm not sure who's ringing the doorbell, but I'm going to continue on with this broadcast. So I want to make sure that your emotional and your physical well-being are in good shape and that you're taking care of yourself. So moving on, I'm going to look at my paper here because I'm being distracted by someone continuing to ring my doorbell. It is a postal worker and they probably don't know that I'm live. Okay, so I'm losing my train of thought here. Okay, so I need to tell you a funny story, okay? And not about the postal worker that keeps ringing my doorbell, something else. As a mom, I sometimes feel like I'm just talking to kids all day and I really want to get out of the house and talk to other moms and socialize with adults, but that doesn't always happen. So this show will help me hopefully to get that in as well when I can't get out of the house. But when I do get out of the house, I do find that I'm very chatty when I meet other moms or really anyone in general. So this story is about when I went to get a root canal, which is normally not a fun or funny story, but I was nursing my youngest, and I wasn't able to get out of the house that much, not because I couldn't, but because it just was hard and I didn't want to drag my kids, let alone a nursing baby, out of the house any more than I had to, especially in the wintertime. I'm from the Metro Detroit area, so it's cold in the winter. So if you have to put little ones, multiple little ones, I might add, in the car to go anywhere, it's not an easy task. So anyhow, I was alone, no kids, and I was at a root canal specialist place. And one of the assistants was helping me get ready to have my root canal. And, you know, strangely, I was all smiles because this woman was so nice. She was talking to me about her 9-month-old child who she had at the time. Of course, her child is older now, but at the time she had a little baby. And I, of course, had a nursing baby. So we were talking about nursing. We were talking about how it's hard to get out of the house. We were talking about how we love to talk with other adults and talk to other moms. And I must have talked to this woman for over an hour. I didn't even realize that I was still waiting on my endodontist, as they call the person who does the root canals, to come into the room. He was running late with an emergency surgery in another room, and I was sitting there for over an hour talking to this woman. And, you know, you'd think I would be so mad, but I wasn't. I was having such a great time. I completely forgot why I was even there. And I was all smiles when the root canal specialist, the endodontist, came in. So, you know, I had talked for so long with this mom. I'm telling you, if I had been there any longer talking with her, I probably would have gotten her phone number and exchanged numbers and scheduled a play date. This woman was so nice. I'm going to have to get her information the next time I go there to get my follow-up, which I was due for a long time ago and never scheduled, I'm going to have her call into the show because it was really, really funny. And it was a perfect example about how when you're a mom, sometimes you just want to vent and talk to another mom and you can't because you're at home or you just don't have time to connect with other moms, or maybe you don't know any moms in your area. When I first became a mom, I didn't really have any other mom friends. I had a couple other close friends that were moms, but they lived out of state. My other close friends didn't have kids at the time, so I was really, really feeling lonely and depressed. So let me tell you a little bit more about my mom's story. So the first part of my mom's story is that I'm a mother of three. I have three kids, age 5, almost 3 as of later this week, and a 1-year-old. And right now I feel like I have a lot of support. Not only do I have the show, but I have a supportive group, kind of similar to a MOPS group, if you've heard of MOPS. And my group is called Real Moms. And it was a major part of my motivation for the show. The group meets once or twice a month on Friday mornings. And when I joined this group, I met so many other moms just like me. And I realized that I don't have to have it all together. I don't have to pretend that I know it all. It's okay. It's okay to have those moments where you just cry. It's all okay. We're all doing this together, and it really does, not to sound cliche, but it really does take a village to raise a child. So I want you to know that. I'm going to open up the show to callers now as I continue to talk. So if you're a friend or a family member or anyone that's watching, a broadcaster or non-broadcaster, I would love to meet you and have you share a little bit of your mom's story if you're a mom or caregiver of young children. So please call into the show. I don't have anyone bidding right now, so I'm going to keep talking until I see a bidder. So to tell you a little bit more really quickly about the bidding process, you will see somewhere up above by the video on the side, you'll see an option to bid, and the minimum is 100 bid coins. You'll see a gold icon, and it is the bid coin. So just bid 100, and I will reimburse you 100 bid coins as well as extend your call for 1 minute. So please call into the show. I'll make sure that it's free for you. And if you call into the show, you will get entered into a contest to win one of these awesome t-shirts that were made courtesy of a store called Make It Memories in downtown Northville. If you're from the Metro Detroit area, you'll have to check out their store, Make It Memories in downtown Northville. They did a wonderful job, and I ordered t-shirts just for today. I'm wearing mine. You can see there it says the break for moms with the number 4. Kara, I see that for some reason you disappeared. I had a bidder trying to call into the show. Try again. It says it's still connecting with you. If you get booted off for some reason. Oh, I hear you, but I don't see you yet. So give it a second. There might be a 1 minute delay. If not, try to refresh your browser. Hi, Kara. I see you. I'll wait for you to see me. Hi, can you see me? Not yet. I'm going to extend her call. Oh, caller dropped due to a bad network. Sorry, Kara. Try again. Try refreshing your browser. Make sure you're using Google Chrome or Firefox, Mozilla Firefox. You can download either of those browsers free on the internet. Again, Google Chrome or Firefox is what you want to use for live streaming. Live streaming is so data rich that if you use any other browser, you might have some problems. Also, you want to make sure that you have a very secure internet connection. If you're calling from the Bidchat app on a smartphone, your connection may not be as reliable, so please keep that in mind. Kira, try to call back again. You did not get charged for that call with your Bitcoin, so try to call back again. I have 48 viewers. Hello. Hi, I'm Nicole, the host of The Break for Moms. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and you can see me okay. That gives me instant live feedback. Thank you. Thank you. I'm up to 20 thumbs up. Make sure that you click the red heart next to the screen on my profile. I believe it's on your left side over there. And that will tell me that I have a new follower, and I can send you 100 Bitcoins for free so that you can call into my show, or you're welcome to call into any other show on Bidchat. That's my gift to you for being a supporter and a follower of the show. So thank you so much for tuning in. We've got almost